Hello, welcome graduates of Kirtland Community College of 2020. Come on in and join me in this video. I'm currently in Community Room A at the Grayling campus. With me is my colleague, Matt Bierman. Here is running the camera. This college is, for today, this campus is, I think, virtually empty, except some of the people here that are performing routine cleaning. If you look about me here, you'll see that this room is organized right now for social distancing and for the future classes that we have to conduct here, of course, when this college can open its buildings. My name is Tom Quinn. Most of you already recognize me as the president of Kirtland Community College. On a normal year, what you would see right out in front of me here, and in fact, right about where I'm standing, are rows of chairs here. And you would see people periodically and throughout the day, they would be checking and roping off areas and counting chairs so we know we have places for graduates to sit. You would see flowers up in front on top of right next to the podium. You would periodically see our employees checking the microphones and making sure everything has got batteries in it and it would work appropriately. If you listen carefully, you would hear some sounds, the kitchen staff setting up the food, and so we could have an afterglow, it's quite often called at Kirtland here, where we could, and members of the college could meet with parents and guests here to discuss, talk with them, answer questions, and socialize. But folks, this is not a normal year, is it? This is much different. And it is personally an issue because we think here at Kirtland it is very valuable for us to have students come on campus to bring friends and family and to celebrate their accomplishments. And in some cases, it's a one step in their life's goals. And of course, it's important for people to celebrate each step. But there are some things that we do, we do here. For example, and I brought just a copy of a piece of script here. I'd like you to know that when we do this ceremony, there is a script, and we use that as a guide for planning this event. In addition to that, many of us will wear caps and gowns. You would normally have them too, distinguishing the education that you have. This happens to be a cap and gown here with a hood from the University of South Dakota. For a fun little part of it, one of the decisions that I normally have to make, it's sort of personal to me, is that I have two possible caps. One is preferred by a lot of people at the college, a lot of the faculty members. It's a tam. Kind of stays on your head, quite nice. But invariably, I end up choosing something more traditional, probably a little bit more old-fashioned, in a regular mortarboard, like all of you would be wearing. So, in part of this ceremony now, I'd like to read a portion of this to you, if I can, and normally my cadence would be quite slow going through this, but it tells you a little bit about the rest of the class here. It's addressed towards family and guests that are here. But it also expresses my admiration for the work that you accomplished here as a student. So let me, if you would, please read this to you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very proud of our students and graduates. Our current students come to Kirtland from 171 communities, with names listed from Ada to Wolverine. They have told us their home address is in 195 zip codes, representing 10 states and, of course, Michigan. Most of them come from an area in Michigan about the size of the state of Connecticut. Kirtland has students enrolled in 59 of 83 counties in Michigan for the 2019 and 2020 academic year. Those that commute to Kirtland often travel long distances in the cold of a winter morning or in the dark of the evening to attend classes. A majority of them work part-time or full-time to pay at least a portion of their educational expenses. As graduates, they are valued members of the workforce and exemplary students when they transfer to universities. Our graduates are my heroes because of their extraordinary effort to further their education and because of their contributions to the quality of life in Michigan and beyond. And so, ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class here, you are one of over 12,000 alumni from Kirtland, and I have to tell you that I'm particularly proud of you just as I am proud of all of the alumni of Kirtland and their contributions to our area. Now, after I go through that portion of the ceremony, this is part of the introductions. There are speeches, and there's some other things that will go on in the event. But just in case that you are not able to attend a future graduation ceremony, and we hope that you would as soon as we can open the doors for that, I would like you to read you that portion that's important to you. And here it is. And Dr. Amy Fugate will join me. She is the Vice President of Academic Services here at Kirtland. And she will stand next to me, and she will say, "Will the graduates please rise?" And they will, as you all will stand up then, and she will look at me, and she will say, "Dr. Quinn, I present to you the graduating class of 2020. Then I move to the microphone, and I say this to you. Ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class of 2020, upon successful completion of the requirements for graduation, and by the authority of the laws of the state of Michigan, and the powers vested in my office by the Board of Trustees of this college, I hereby confer upon you the degrees and certificates which you have earned." And then I step back, and Dr. Fugate would step forward here, and she would ask you to change your tassels from one side of your mortarboard to the other, indicating graduation. So it is a wonderful, moving moment. I want to, though, conclude by saying this. You've been part of Kirtland Community College, part of our family now for a while. Many of you more than 2 years, 4 and 5 and 6 years. We appreciate that you've chosen Kirtland as a college. We think that's going to help you be successful in the future. I want to remind you, however, that we want you to know that as a part of our family, that you're always welcome back here. And please remember that when you're driving by this campus on Interstate 75, stop in, talk to faculty, talk to staff members, tell them what you're doing, give them a story of what's happened to you. Tell us about your accomplishments, because graduates, we really want to know about that. So in final conclusion, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, the administration of the college, and all of the employees here, I congratulate you and thank you for being part of Kirtland, and please come back again.